had an idea. I thought it'd be fun to do a video of how I do my makeup when I'm doing the absolute bare minimum. It might inspire you and give you a couple ideas already. Instead of mascara, because that could be time consuming, I take a little bit of a long wear, something that completely dries down. And then we're gonna take it on this brush coming very soon, in the next couple weeks actually. And I'll just kind of push that just in the root. And I'm trying to do this in real time so you can see it's not gonna take you an eternity. And essentially you're just adding a little bit of bulk at the base of the lash. Then I give it a little bit of a curl. All right. Oh, and if you hear snorting, that's BB. I'm babysitting her. She's my neighbor's dog, and she's a little Yorkie that snores. And then I just have a little bit more depth. Look at that, isn't that cool? So that is definitely something I do if I'm in a big hurry. And then also, if you want to add just a little bit of definition to the tips of your lashes, using something like this and a brush like this is really fun because it's not gonna weigh your lashes down, but it's also super, super pigmented. So it's just waking those lashes up almost instantly. Just a fun little idea. Next thing I do is I take a green pencil, something very light green. This one's from 𝗕𝗃𝗧𝗬𝗔𝗓. I love this one. And I will apply this to my waterline. And this is great if you have allergies or any kind of redness. I actually was testing out some stuff on this eye, so I have a little bit of redness up here. So I'm just using this as a color corrector. And I'll just blend this out a little bit with my E27. Just to neutralize any kind of redness around my eyes. And if this is too bright for you, you can just kind of blend it down. These are kind of a cheat sheet for me. These are from 𝗕𝗃𝗗𝗏, and while they can be used as correctors underneath, this particular shade on me, and I'm sure most of you could find a shade, you can wear them alone. And this one just corrects that little bit of blue, but then it's kind of still in my skin tone realm. So it's just so easy to throw this on. I do this all the time. And if you get them really, really, really thin across the skin, you don't even have to set them. These have been one of my favorite products for I don't even know how long, I guess since they launched, and I'm not sure when that was, but most of you know that I have been using this for a couple years now. Look at that. Delightful. But wait, there's more. It's kind of like doing your makeup with correctors because you use less and then you only use it on certain areas. So this is my Typology Green Corrector. Big fan of this for many years now too. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of this on my redness. I'm using a dense brush to focus it. Fun, right? Now you might not have redness, but maybe you have a little bit of purple somewhere around your eye. You could definitely use some yellow there. Essentially what I'm doing here, and I didn't really think about it till I started to just put this makeup on right now, is I do a lot of my makeup using color theory, even when I'm in a hurry. And then another trick is I find a shade that's not quite a bronzer and not quite a blush. Look at this. Isn't that perfect? This one's Armani Liquid Blush in shade 13, but I'm gonna use it on a different brush. I'm gonna use it on the C44 so I can just keep it a little bit more contained. Still gonna do it where the sun hits the highest points of the face. I'm still a little bit sinusy, friend, so I find that when I'm a little sinusy, I stutter, so please forgive me. I also have a little bit of a cough now, but I'm feeling better, but it's weird. Enough about me. We're gonna keep this tight on the perimeter. And I just feel like it gives a really nice glow to the skin. And it's doing both blush and bronzer's job. And I'm bringing out powder foundation. I know this seems a little counterproductive, but, oh, pan. If you use a fluffy brush in certain areas and just light little taps, you're gonna get the softest veil just to kind of blur and melt your undertone and skin tone into what's on my face. But if you also feel like there's something you want to cover up a little bit more, you would just switch brushes. Say this little Bloomington right there, I want him to kind of be a little bit more vanquished. So I'll just use a denser brush. I feel like sometimes we forget that just switching brushes can give us so many different effects with just one product. So melt my undertone and skin tone in. Just a veil. And this is me nitpicking, but if you take a very pigmented cream shadow like this, something closer to your skin tone, but just a little bit brighter, and we just hit these points. See how stay on my eye, it's gonna reflect a little bit here. Lord, BB, try to breathe, my little girl. Oh yeah, that's fun. It's just a really soft matte highlight. I know y'all can't take me seriously right now, but please try to look at how pretty that is. Then I'm just gonna use this as a light lip stain. I love these so much, y'all. But if you turn them to the side like so, that's when you get the precision. Then I just do a little bit of this. These actually stain with the lip stain, so that is definitely something that I do. And I don't want to have to think about it, especially if I'm traveling or something like that. I don't want to have to think about touching up. Oh, I like this lip. All right, my friends, I know that this was short, but sometimes these types of videos, they can help you think outside of your normal makeup box. They even help me. I feel like I learn sometimes when I just use color theory to do my makeup. So I thought that y'all might enjoy this. It's definitely very, very easy. This is exactly what I do when I'm in a hurry, and this takes me less than 10 minutes. So I hope that you enjoyed it. I love you all so much. Till the next video. Bye for now. Out with the old, in with the new. Let's do an eyeshadow look with this.